Hoot hoot everybody, hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl of Globie Generation 2 Equinox, and welcome to Weekend Art and Chat. Hello everybody. Hoot hoot everybody. Hello Jennifer, hello Citrina, hello Mary. Hello Mariah, hi Anks. Hello Flo. Hello Jennifer. Hello Natsu, hello Joy. Synchronized hello, both of you. Yeah, hi. Hoot hoot everybody. How am I? I am allergic. Funny how I would be talking about this with EG earlier on the Drawn Together this week, and now like essentially the day after, that fever just showed up and went, hey. Yeah, I'm feeling the hay fever, and it's way too early for this. What happened? Why? What's up with this? Yeah, hey there. Yeah, definitely. So I've been very sniffly today. I've taken a bit of a antihistamine pill, and hopefully it doesn't slow me down too much. I think they're less. They're not like they don't induce drowsiness, but yeah, with the combination of nose spray and stuff like that, I always feel like I get slowed down a bit. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello, E. Welcome. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one too. There you go. Better. What you doing here? Well, I'm streaming. I'm going to be drawing some art in a mo. Just doing my introductionary talk. I am Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl of Globie Generation 2. And I'm an artist. I'm a cozy gamer, I'm a puzzle gamer. And I also like doing language stuff because I am a green-dressed owl. Knowing languages is kind of part of the job description, I would say. Hello, Nai. Welcome. Yeah. So, not too long ago, in a week far away, I held a raffle. We pulled the winner. So today I'm going to continue the raffle prize, which is a half body illustration of Citrina Shutterbug's character, Plumsona, if you will. I'm also gonna promote my little cozy OZ, which I gotta say I've seen a lot of entries, which is really nice. TikTok definitely picked up on that, and a lot of artists have been submitting their cozy OZs. So we're gonna have a lot of fun entries there. Let me have a look see at my post about that. So I can cozy OZ. Yeah, I'm hosting a art challenge. I'm hosting an art challenge, and on the 10th, let's say it's next week, 1 week to go. I'm gonna be streaming a little feature stream, so everyone that has submitted their characters and their entries will get featured on my stream. I'll talk a little bit around them. You'll get a little spotlight feature of your character that you drew. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really am. It's I've seen a lot of posts already, which is really fun. And you know, depending on the amount, I think the most amounts we've had in a feature stream, aside from the overall fan art stream feature that I did a while back, was the Globie Pause Challenge, to which we had a stream with like over 30 entries, which was pretty good. That was pleasantly surprised, honestly. That filled up the whole stream. But last month we had a drink Sona challenge, so you can draw your a drink that you like as a persona. We had plenty of submissions there too. So I've had a lot of fun with these challenges, and it's also been really fun to see people's comments that they're all like, "Oh, I wanted to do this because that guy saw this on your phone. It was recommended to me, and I felt like this is definitely something I wanted to do." Awesome. thank you for doing my challenges, and I hope that it's if you found if you were blocked, like you had an art block or something, maybe it helped you get started on something, or just generally hope you had sincerely you had fun with it. Let me just find my post where I can. Here you go. I'll put it on my. Paste. There you go. Oh, maybe I should actually do it better. Join my Cozy OC challenge. 1 week left. Challenge. Get featured on stream. 1 week left. There you go. Information there and pin. Yeah, I did the 4 hello. Oh, was that you, Nye? Those were adorable. I'm really looking forward to showing those off. Yeah. Nye did like a Hello Kitty Island Adventure characters. Not gonna show them today though. That is for next week. Yeah, today I'm just gonna draw on my raffle prize commission, because it's essentially a commission style prize. So yeah. Let me start up. Let's hope Clip Studio is cooperating with me today. Thank you for dropping by. Like, it's nice that people that find my stuff on other social media platforms still give my YouTube channel a shot. I really appreciate it. It's quite lovely. It is, as you say, simply lovely. Let's see. I'm not going to be claiming that term. That is a Dutch national heroes term. I will not make that my own. I don't use X, but I took it as a starting point to start my pixel art journey anyway. Excellent, thanks. You can submit. You can also submit your entries via the Globie fan Discord if you're part of that. The Plu mods, Miri or Natsu can redirect those to me, so you don't have to put them on social media. Hello, Jack. Welcome. The design of the VTuber model made me interested in your character. Thank you very much. I've had some input of my recent update, but all of that I owe to Mama Reo Mama that made this. I better hurry then. What, really? Oh my god, thank you. Yeah. Of course. Usually offer that to Plumies that are like, you know, regulars that have joined the Globie fan Discord. If you want to join the Globie fan Discord and keep track of what we and Globie do, what I do, you get updates for. I think you can kind of. Can you sign up to get updates? You follow the news channel on Essex, excellent. Let me make sure I have the so I can invite people in. Hold on. Also, stay hydrated. I really need it because hay fever is striking me really bad now, but. Log in. There we go. Okay, let's see. Click Discord. Now, I am not part of the Discord because as a Globie talent, we're not supposed to be there, but the Plumies are. My mods are, so you can still have you have this indirect reach. And sometimes I also ask the Globie fan Discord for their opinions and stuff like that on parts of things like polls and questions in general. And sometimes we do some events where we ask for input there. So I like to promote the fan Discord because it has given my community, the Plumies, a nice place to interact and to hang out between my streams. That's something I really always will appreciate. Hello, Abigail. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Okay, so let's get to the raffle price. Let's see. Let me open some stuff up here. There we go. Boop. Okay. Okay. So this is how it's looking. I'll hide this one for now. This is how it's looking. This is my. Let me put let's see. Is the music all right? Can you hear me okay, or should I lower it a bit? Yeah. So I'm working on this. This is Citrina Shutterbug's character. This is what the reference looked like. Music's good, thank you. Discord link isn't showing. Dang it. Okay. Let's try that again. Otherwise, we'll just have to post it manually. Apologies. There you go. Little reset. Oh, that is not looking right. This is better. There you go. How immersion breaking? Pretend like it didn't happen. But yeah, let's see. So this is the character that I am drawing a portrait of. And let's see. Click. There you go. So we haven't gotten to the coloring yet. I don't know how far we're gonna get today, but I'm definitely gonna. Let's see. Get rid of that. We're gonna continue rendering for sure. I like the arm being up there. I need to adjust some of these the lengths of the arms and stuff like that. I haven't looked at this since last weekend I worked on this, so it's pretty interesting to see to come back with fresh eyes, because you see a lot of things that you can adjust. Let's see. These are some details that I can probably just merge in. I work with very few layers. Right now there's some coloring layers happening, but aside from that, I just have one for the character. Thank you. Yeah. So let's put the art music on. Let's go with this one. These are always so loud. Okay. So I feel like the character. Oh gosh, the zoom in and out is really something. I have to fix that up a bit. There we go. Where are we? We're like at 25. Oh gosh, this will take a while to adjust. I don't wanna. 30, 40, 60. Yeah, I had to reset the program because it kept messing up for me. And in that swoop, I also ended up having to. Okay, hopefully this is better. There you go. A couple. Not really. The settings, yeah, they have. I've done a complete full reset. I had to bring in all my brushes, everything again, and some of the settings are still not. It's really frustrating, and I cannot go back to before this, because I tried to install the old version again, and it's just not working. And it's one of those problems other people have too, but when you look at the support talks and forums and stuff like that, no one knows what you're talking about. So I was like, yeah, great, thanks, you know. Let me just add some... Alright, I think this will be fine. Because I had to add some manual steps in zooming as well, because I use a button to zoom, so that just kind of... it just kind of skips quite a lot. Okay, I should be done with this. I'm sorry. I still feel like this jumps way too fast. Oh well. Oh well, I guess I'll have to... Let me make a note of that. Let me make a note for myself. Fix the zooming. Fix Clip Studio Paint zoom. Okay, there we go. So, we'll make do. All right. I like the pose. I really like the pose. I really wanted to bring in the feminine energy that the character has, especially with this posing here. You know, everything like that. So, in order to do this, I think I'm just gonna bring the reference up here. I can keep the reference. So. All right. And we're going to be rendering a little bit more. I'm going to get the shapes in where they need to be and everything like that. Now that the sketch is in, I tend to go in and paint over everything. There we go. Hello, Bona. Welcome, welcome. There's some things that really are not working how they should. I don't understand what the deal is, but yeah. The more I use the program, it's gonna show itself what things I need to focus on and bring back and work better on. So far the program has been a little bit better. I haven't run into the problem, but I've also not tried to. I've really not tried to. How do you say that? To provoke it. Because right now I'm definitely in a place of if it works, it works. We just leave it there. Because I tried so hard to get to the bottom of it all, but it ended up just really losing time with this. With no fix really. That's something I noticed. I've realized with the kind of VTubing streaming work that I do is that there's really not a lot of space unless I were to cancel streams and free up some stuff to really troubleshoot anything when it comes to technical issues. And I don't like canceling streams. For no bigger reason. If I feel like if it works, we'll work with it until like to the point where it doesn't work anymore. Then I can consider it, but as things are now, no. Okay, so we got some frills under the on the edges of this. I gotta be careful to. I'm taking some creative freedom here and there as well because I don't want it messing too much with the silhouette and the shape and the pose. So we're just gonna be a little bit. I might make these frills a little bit smaller. This is one of those things from the from what I said in the not disclaimer, but like the rules of the commission. and that is that if it's a detail that is very important to your characters, like if Citrina finds that, oh, that really needs to be bigger for this reason, you know, then I can honor it. I might consider it to really get it done well, done right. But if it's not that, like, if it's not super important for any kind of character significance, I'm just gonna take a little bit of creative freedom to without changing the character too much, you know. I still want to honor the character, the vibes, the personality, everything that I get and see from the references. So Yesu. Makes sense. Troubleshooting can take a lot of time too. It does, and you're always at the risk of breaking something else, you know. Yeah. At least, like, having built my own magic mirrors, having had a hand in all of it, I kind of understand and know what kind of needs to be done and whatnot. But I just, because of that, I know that it takes a lot of time. But yeah, so I'm back at working on this now. As you can see, we're gonna be working on the hair, getting a little bit of the details in. So Trina's character has one with a coat, a jacket, or maybe like a really puffy cardigan, as well as one without. And I felt that for this pose, I would just go for the one without the cardigan. She still has some some sleeves even without it, so I feel like we don't really lose that part of the design. But yeah, for when it comes to troubleshooting and stuff like that, in October, if I don't figure it out by then, I might have to take some days off streaming to sort out the Mirrors 11 operating system for my magic mirror, because it apparently, having built my setup myself, it's not as simple as just clicking update. And I can lose a lot in the process. So hey, goodness. Oh what, Fairly, wow. Wow. 5 gifted. Wow, thank you so much. Where are we at now? I need to 5 gifted. I need to tally that in there. Let's see. Cause I used some placeholders for the emotes. We did a membership push as well. 5 more, huh? So it's like 332. And Citrina. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you. Thank you so much, Fairly. That's so nice of you. And Citri, you too. Thank you. Yeah, I was saying that the belly up, keg, placeholder keg, we were not gonna keep that one. That's like the neighbor's keg. We can't keep that one. It likes belly rubs. Don't get attached. We can visit it every so often, you know. So so if you wanna keep them, then you have to provide for it. But honestly, everyone's been super lovely with the gifted members. It's been amazing. Oh yeah, if we do get 250, then yeah, that one stays. We don't have to consider which the last emote's gonna be. Yeah, it's only 13 more, and I guess the deadline is next weekend. Like, we only have 1 week more to go, because after that the gifted memberships are gonna start running out, and we go, like, sadly the system on YouTube does not work. Oh my goodness. The system on YouTube doesn't work in that sense that it counts how many gifted you get. It counts the total all the time. So if we're gonna open more emote slots in the future, we're gonna have to go up to 250 and beyond. Bona, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gosh, it's overwhelming support. 242 out of 250. We are 8 more. Use the emote, Plumies. Make it count, Plumies. Thank you so much, Bona. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Getting to 250 right now. Thank you, Ambrose. Hoot hoot, how you doing? Belly cake is so popped. Belly cake is so hot right now. It makes sense. Belly up keg. Yep. For those that don't get it, the reason that there are kegs happening, it's due to the fact that when I played Stardew Valley, because I did a playthrough of Stardew Valley, and by playthrough I mean community center complete. So I did a series of Stardew on my channel, which is still fun. I believe it's a fun one to go back and watch. So you can check the VODs, the playlists on the channel. But yeah, I made it a little thing to start placing kegs around, kind of willy-nilly, and then call them free roaming kegs. So it became this kind of way for me to troll the viewers indirectly, or very directly so. So yeah, it's become like a little mainstay of the channel, even though I'm not playing Stardew currently. The legacy of the kegs is still around, you know. So everyone is kind of like, oh my gosh, no, it's the kegs all over again, kind of a thing. So yeah, that kind of legacy is hard to beat. So because of that, I've even made it part of my my new streaming, like overlay, the background. They're in the background. The kegacy, exactly. Thank you, Mary. Hello, Bianca. Hoot hoot. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the gifted, everybody. Citri, Failey, and Bona. Yeah, I like the member push. I might, like, in the future, even though we might not get over 250 because it's quite the number, I would still host more raffles or something like that, you know? Because it makes it really fun to do member streams where we can play together and things like that, you know? On the member streams, we might have a little bit more of like a little chatting, some ASMR sometimes. Not ASMR as in like the what you might think with you know, making sounds and brushing things against microphones and stuff. It's more so me just chatting with a binaural mic, and we have like fireplace sounds in the background and stuff. It's a nice cozy stream. ASMR pencil cracking, yeah, that kind of stuff. No, I don't do that. It's just for me to you can hear my voice a little bit more in binaural. But aside from that, the sounds are not. I'm not after ASMR triggers or anything like that. It's just meant to add to the cozy. But yeah, all the members right now, you can go and claim your White Day. Well, I say free, but you can claim the members only White Day voice pack with a wallpaper if you would like. That one's a sweet little something done for the members. I commissioned the script from Miri, and produced a little voice pack. Sometimes there are voice packs made. There's some bonus material for the members for sure. Usually announce it ahead of time if people have been kind of on the fence to kind of to renew their memberships, that they maybe now is a good time to, you know. Now, I like to think that I am pretty approachable, and if you drop by and chat on stream, I will see it, very likely. Oh, that reminds me, you get to pick the next voice pack theme. Yeah, everyone does, not just the members, right? Well, everyone gets to vote on that one. Or, then again, members should vote. I need to put a poll up. Yep. Need to put a poll up. Because you get to pick the next voice pack theme, for sure. Be interesting to see what people want to hear. Right though. We're gonna come back to this hand because it's gonna need some modifications, I think. There and then we do some work on the sleeve here. But yeah, I will color this. This is gonna be colored. I do work on with the values first. Values meaning grayscale, the different amounts of gray everywhere, which gives everything volume and shading, shadows and volume. And once those are done and in place, I will I put color on top of that with layer effects, right? This is a method that works for mine. I don't tend to how to say, be very vocal about absolute truths of what you should do and not should with art. I feel everyone finds their tools and methods that work. I remember hearing from someone, not here, but like someone in another time and place, that their art teacher and their at university essentially kept saying that this is the way they should work. Meanwhile, for this kind of for some of industry professionals that I remember kind of learning the methods from via their content and things like that, they would straight up say that this is a good way to kind of build an understanding for values, shades and shadows and light and stuff, but it is really not the one and only way to do this for. In fact, if you want to be faster, then you should practice finding the values in color instantly instead of doing the this way and then coloring it, because then you would be painting with values while you are coloring as well. But as of course, it all depends on what you want out of art, what you want to do. You know, if you want to be fast, or if you just want to take your time, have some music on, have a stream on or something, and just enjoy a little nice chill art time while watching something that you like. Because, you know, art can be something that people strive to get a lot of sales in, get a lot of stuff done, go fast, you know. Used to do it with the values, but never managed to make my color like I wanted it. So like this, you mean, Nai, or with colors? Because again, like I said, like a artist, everyone will find their way that works with them. This resonated with me, but I see so many different artists have so many different strengths in their methods. So yeah, I mean, if whatever works for you is the way you should be working, you know? This angle looks a little strange. It's not connecting. This looks a bit strange. The gray values. You couldn't get what you wanted with the colors with the multiply and overlay layers. Yeah, I use overlay. It works pretty good. I overlay the colors and then I use the hue saturation sliders to kind of adjust it. But there's a lot of extra steps in this whole thing to make it look good, you know? Also, if you really want bright, high saturated colors, then this might not be the way to go. This tends to be a little bit more, I don't know if grounded is the right way to go, but your values kind of also determine what kind of colors you're gonna get. If you have a lot of dark ones, then everything's gonna look kind of muddy, and not really muddy, it's gonna look dark, essentially. And if your values are not really proper as well, muted, as in muted colors, yeah, that works too. That'll kind of end up might look a little muted too. Hello, Toys, or Twas. Did you mayhaps get a gifted? Yeah, you will receive a gifted member from Bona. Just now, in fact. Yeah, that's a thing. You really need to pick your colors to match your values as well. Toys, okay. Yeah, you got a bronze feather, so this is not your first rodeo. Welcome back, I should say. Got some cute wings here that we're gonna also figure out. Yeah, it could very well be, because the first members is a white feather, and then you get a bronze one for after 1 month. So yep. I'm gonna get some volume in this, and I think whenever I'm working like this, best way that I like to add details is by simply merging everything, putting colors in, merging it all, you know. Wings are always a little tricky to do. These, I'm gonna try to get this one done right, like it is on the character. Wings, it's very, let's see, let me do an example here. Wings are very like I would be very tempted to just kind of do wings this way, you know, like layer upon layer upon layer. And while that would work for a little cartoony bird, I suppose, wings tend to be quite complex. in the shape. So there's a lot of references for this too, but essentially a bird wing is very similar to that of an arm, elbow, and fingers. That goes for bats as well, because the long feathers are gonna kind of be like that, and then here you have just kind of smaller ones that follow the arm in a way. It's very rough. This is very rough, so just don't. So it's very important to follow references and really have a look at how something looks. I always need references for wings. Yeah, the cartoony ones for the plumies, that's what we got. The plumie, if you don't know what a plumie is, this is a plumie. This is a representation of chat. Everyone is each a feather under my wing. And about a year back, I designed a little mascot form for you all. So yeah, the plumies just get the cartoony layer on layer wing. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to do the feathers and then have them. Sometimes you can have decorative wings. It's per se. They are meant to be decorative, so then you don't really they don't really need to be used for flight. Just a little feathery fluff on each side. Yeah, pretty much. So we have, it's like 2 layers of feathers only here, so we don't need to do anything else. And the skirt is quite poofy, fluffy. I'm gonna pull some notes out of maybe like Nintendo princess dresses and fluff them up a bit. Okay, let's put a there you go. If you're curious about my art, I can show you some of this stuff as well, because like I said, I do the overlay drawing style. And I feel like I get some pretty good results, although the colors do get a little bit, I always lean it in one way. This is my boy Ambrose, brother in Equinox in Gen 2. I also drew this picture for him, which is a little bit more of a cartoony style picture. Is all kind of goes in blues. Da, 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 da. So I managed to get some pretty cartoony style on the with the same method as well, but whenever doing cell shaded stuff, I just prefer to get the colors done early and then kind of start doing the cell shading on that. Hello Sai Hoot Hoot. Feathers are on the dress. Yeah, here there's some feathers here, little wings essentially. How's everyone doing? How's your weekend been so far? Hello Lau, welcome. Nearly 2 a.m. playing a game while watching stream. Wow, that's a lot of multitasking at 2 a.m. Hope you're enjoying your game. Thank you for watching the stream. Oh, hello. Hello, raiders. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid, Twig. How are you doing? Hoot, hello, Seal. Get twigged. I got twigged. I'm much too big of a bird to perch on a twig, but I believe the plumies could do it. Little owl on my head. Pretty art. Thank you, thank you. I'm drawing a raffle prize from a raffle I held earlier last month. What were you doing? How are you? Hello, Hoishi, Aina, Twig Raid. Hello, hello. Yes, hello, raiders. I should say hoot hoot, raiders. I am Vilhelm Vanderbos, the noble owl of Globie Generation 2. And I am an artist. I'm a cozy gamer, puzzle gamer, and overall green language owl. The better one, I'll have you know. So yeah, if you want some language based, like polyglot based content, you can check out my shorts. If you want a nice place to take it easy, relax, catch your breath, and enjoy the company of a lot of lovely people, then my stream is the place to be. Quadrilingo is better than the other one. Yeah, exactly. That's me, it's Quadrilingo. How are you doing, Aina? How are you doing, Twig? The art is so beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the comments you did about the design. Oh. For the cozy OC? Or Citrina. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know that name. Ah, you drew it. Aha! See, I felt like Lao. I knew there was a Lao somewhere. Oh, it clicked. It just clicked. Yeah, no, definitely, it's beautiful. Like I was saying, the character has a lot of very cute, sweet, feminine energy. I really like it. 5 more, Bona. What the heck? What are you, Bona? Goodness. 5 more. Where are we at? We're missing 3. 248. Oh my gosh, Bona. No, 247. 247. Yeah, well done, Lao. It's beautiful. Now I get to draw my rendition of it. So close, yeah. We might actually keep that keg. Thank you very much, Bona. It's so generous. Thank you. So, yeah, we are doing the cute feathers around the dress as well. Making sure the light is coming from this direction. Light is coming from here. We're gonna have some highlights later, but right now we're just kind of giving the everything a little bit of volume, a little bit of definition. There we go. And we get some colors in as well. I guess we can start with the colors in just a moment. You just still need to define the dress a little bit more, but I think we can bring in some colors already. Not to rush anything, you know, because I really like to define the colors on top of everything as well. So let's just get the, let me just bring up the design up here so I can have a reference up top. Nice soup. Yeah, so it's a half body. So this is all you see at this point. And yesu. There's some texture on the skirt as well. It has little lemons. I will recreate the texture and then put it on there after, because it is white outlines of lemons, while which makes sense for the citrina bit. Let's see. Little folds, little shapes, little shapes. Okay, actually this one goes here. There we go. But yeah, you designed the character and also did the model then, Lau? You must have. Doing a full-on model, a full body, is such work. Goodness. As suspicious as it sounds, the rendition of the chest area is just perfect. They have weight that luminous alone. Well, thank you. I do tend to thank you for not making it weird, Sai. My rendering, I just whenever doing that part, it's always I've always say like usually this is the part where people come in and get weird about it. I go for accuracy, I suppose. Others have said the same, so I really appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, it is always a bit awkward to be working around this area. But we were talking about the general dynamics of drawing the VTuber assets, and how whenever I render skin, I tend to make it, even if there's like harsh shadows anywhere skin, I tend to keep soft. I use airbrushes and everything like that. But yeah, it's I feel like it's important to remember that everything is affected by physics and light does different things like that too. The value on the face as well. Thank you. We're gonna adjust the hands once we get to them again. I do need to have the hands also rendered, so we're gonna work on the hands a little bit quick. Because while I've got you interested, I'll get the colors in as well. Knuckles, first knuckle, a bit longer. Soft brush makes the shadow look natural. Yeah, the trick to the whole thing that I tend to do is I use highlight effects after. Let me see if I have any other picture that I've done similar. I tend to like Spectra was a good one. The T-Ghost that is no longer active, but I did draw a Spectra. So the highlights tend to take over for the rest of the shapes, right? Because of the realistic light. Put some shading where it counts to bring out the volume and everything. But I believe Spectra also said something about how I drew her Spectras, which always tends to kind of pull attention. But you also see on my one brush challenge that I did on stream when I painted this a bit quick. Bona, you're drawing closer and closer. Thank you very much, Bona. This one is not as highly rendered as you see the portrait I did of myself. Another one. Another one. At this point, you're gonna get the 250 robbed from you. Thank you so much, Bona. It's just one more to go, and we gotta claim it. I need to prep an emote. Bona is for suspense. Last one! We got it! Dang. Yeah, I know this, chat, and you are more chill than on Say So yeah, I am Say So and proud, I suppose. Belly Keg is here to say it is. I'll get back to that just a moment. We need to find I'm gonna find another placeholder. I don't know what to use as a placeholder. You know what? I'm not gonna make it any special. You just get another keg because I'm at this point you're just gonna get attached to that one, and I don't think we're gonna get to the next step. So I should not challenge that. But thank you very much, Bona. You made everyone's dream come true. We're gonna file a complaint to the neighbor for malpractice and mistreatment of kegs. So enjoy the emotes. We definitely will. Let's see. Let's claim it and make sure that we do get it. Let me update. Memberships, levels. No, default perks. That's the one. Emoji and got it. Extra 4. Goodness, we got so many kegs. Okay, I never learn. You say I learned, Miri, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. I don't. Let's see. Paint. No, I can't do it there. It's not so dangerous as that. You don't get to keep it unless you give me 25 more members. I do not have a Dutch surname for nothing. I see a business opportunity when presented. There you go. Right? It's there. You can update chat. Ba-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-da. Keg just sleeping. All right, no, I do appreciate it a lot, Sai. I am, in fact, say so, as you say. That doesn't mean that I've not practiced and honed my art to do things accurately and well. But yeah, like working where I am working right now for people to catch the screenshot. More often than not, I get the awoogas and stuff like that happening here. But yeah, it was the same when I did Alitzia's portrait, and very likely when I do Bonnie's portrait. Okay, just gotta get the shapes done. There you go. Kegs are going nuts in chat. Oh my goodness. It's turned into a keg, all keg daycare. Just a tired little keg, yeah. Oh, so I just completely went into what I was talking about rather than actually fix up what I needed fixing up before we can continue. Let's do the hands. Let's do the hands. Any jewelry? None that I can see. Some blue colors of the nails. We'll define the nails later. So there we go. That'll do for now. I think we can either we can just kind of no, it's okay, it's okay. Just leave that one like that. Small hand. We'll adjust the sizes later. This part here too, we just work with the highlights for now. Adjust the size later, paint over it after, all good. First knuckle, second knuckle, third knuckle, second knuckle bends there. Probably make this part a bit darker just for the heck of it. I didn't realize that you even the what? The huh? The what? I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, here. Yeah. Subtle, because when you do it on a femme representing character, if you do it too noticeable, kind of gives him a very strong tone. The parts that I do that I have done subtle, that you find if you look for them, is here and here. The fact that the shoulder goes into this kind of shape is something that a lot of people tend to miss. Because this is in fact connected to the arm. That is one of the details I go out of my way to put in every time. Thank you for noticing. I really like to define the neck, even in shading, but not too much. It needs to be subtle because the whole adding realism to anime doesn't always mix. You kind of have to find a good balance to do it, either by adding some shading. You can use it for Morse code. Why do people scientists have to give things long names? Yeah, I want the commoner's name, you know. We have that for flowers, you know. There's a Latin long name for flowers. Let's see. Let me just learn a name now. You have the Narcissus poeticus, or just the daffodil, you know. Narcissus poeticus. Well, the daffodils are called narcissus as the first word, at least. So that one I found a little bit easier to remember than I thought. But yeah, no way am I gonna remember the muscle names and stuff like that. I really admire content creators like what is it that says it, Picot or that tends to bring up the names of everything. Because it makes sense that you would study anatomy as well to get things right. For instance, whenever I did figure drawing, it was in order to get these details down right for grayscale rendering and stuff. I practiced on watching like photos of unpainted anime figurines, but I also have practiced in realism, portraits and stuff like that too. I just find the stylized anime style very interesting and more fun to draw than realistic. But I found a good way to incorporate the realistic shading into my style and make it match an anime style instead. Just a lot of fun. Did not always work, but I found a way. Art finds a way. In art school, we were forced to learn all the components of the muscle, except inner organs, since it was necessary for us to understand what and how the human body bent, flex, and whatnot. Yeah, but even when you say in the inner organs, it is quite important, especially for belly, tummy. If you know, you know, I guess. But the fact that all of everything we have in our stomachs tends to also kind of mess with the skin and the shape in a way. To the point where if I see like anime like midriff with an extremely flat stomach, it kind of looks a bit off. I don't know. Did I ever render a stomach on anything that we drew? I'm thinking. I don't think I did. I don't think I have. Maybe we maybe we should draw something. I'm just thinking if I have. Do you guys remember if I did anything? I'm pretty sure I have. I just don't remember what. And when. It would be Kiri, maybe? Kiri? No, you don't see it there. Interesting. No, I'll if I figure it out, we'll see later. Maybe it was the globie pause challenges. Globie pause, like one of them. Yeah, I think it was just a tight skin suit of the futuristic one, right? Yeah, Isolde. This one. But this is not the rendered one. Hold on. Is this one rendered? No, not very much so. I feel like I had more detail going on. Oh well. Some other time maybe. Yeah, there's a lot to the differences of going for masculine or feminine representing anatomy for characters, and not only in in just the anatomy, but also the general pose, the body language is very important to get some stuff and like manage to capture that, because at one point I was I had mainly drawn femme representing, and I've just figured I'll just draw like masculine representing, and I had to redraw so much because it just didn't get the vibe properly, you know. There's more to a character than just the way they look. You can relay, you can portray attitude, general uneasiness, aggression, everything from their pose that they have. I would say, like from the pictures we saw, I believe Harrier Citadel's globie pause challenges were really good examples of that. If you go check on social media for hashtag globie pause challenge, you should find Harrier stuff, because they drew a lot of different characters with a lot of different attitudes, and I feel like a lot of it was you know, but not just what they drew on the character, but the body language too. What is the quote? I need to look up Ursula's quote. Ursula body language. There you go. You have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language. Yeah. All the best. Rest easy, Pat. Rest in peace, Pat Carroll. Amazing voice actress. She's not. No, definitely. My upgrades, as we've spoken before, focused on capturing my my expressions better, mainly for just that. Because we, as people, I say I'm an owl, so I can't say as humans. As people, we pick up a lot of stuff, a lot of little hints on it, and I'm just really happy that this lets me be more expressive with you guys. Really catches my my expressions better. Just the fact that I can give a sneaky like, and you kind of know that, oh no, he's up to something. That is worth so much to me. Okay, this plus. Okay, this hand we definitely need to adjust, and we can get into the coloring right after this. You know, I think we're just gonna adjust it all the way back here. Because everything is in one layer, this is just part of the process to have to, whenever adjusting something, we need to also, well, you guys can hear and actually see my You finally have the smug, scheming face we always knew you had. Yup. The way these ruffles. Yeah. I'm thinking about what to do about them. Classic one, I guess, would be to just kind of do the good old shape like that with the nice shading on it. Do it like whoop, whoop. Make sure it goes over. Oop. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's put some color on this first. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Ruffles are beautiful. Just like hands can be so expressive and beautiful, but just like hands, ruffles are their own. Yes, that's what they are. Their own challenge. Righto. Let's start with the skin. Skin is always a good start. Bit of a tan skin. There's also jewelry and stuff that needs to go in here, but we'll add that later. Let's pardon, it might look a little scuff at places. Hands, my nemesis, also high. Hands are amazing though. I put points into hands very early into digital art. I was not good at them before that, but when doing digital art. And yes, of course, welcome, sup, just. Thank you for being here. Ruffles add a lot to a dress. They are very nice. And they also are one of the things that might make me kind of argue with my drawing. Because you can speed them. You can speed them up. Just like you can make quick ruffles if you wanna. Just like you can do braids quick, but if you're gonna make the braids really look full and fluffy and everything, then yeah, better pull up your sleeves and get the work done, you know. Oh, this is covering everything, that's why. Let me swap it to some deep woods instead. One thing I like to do with skin once everything is in place as well is to give it further blush, like healthy blush. Oh, speed, I understand. Speaking, I do tell my listeners. Oh yeah, sometimes yeah. If I go, maybe make a cup of tea or something. If I'm working on something very highly detailed, and then come back and it's not done yet. It's like, why are you not done yet? How ungrateful! And then sit down and keep working on it. We all have our copium, I guess, when there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I've told you guys before though, my style and streams are kind of tailored for such. this is meant to work as a kind of a street performance that kind of gets results done fast, and then we work on details after, you know. And I would say this has really affected the way I do art generally, because of the speedy nature of it all. Kind of gets blocking in shapes quickly and stuff like that. I think it's important to not commit too early. But I think I don't really do that in-depth details on everything. Oh yeah, the hand. We just do the outlines. You can just fill it. And like that. Done. Alright, overlay. Okay, this a little bit too red. It's more towards yellow. More like that. Let me have a look at this. Needs a little bit more of a tan skin, darker skin. Let's go. Something like this. Maybe we can adjust it after. Hello Azul, welcome. Okay, yeah. So this still looks very base. This is a very base color on this. This is very base color on this. Something that really will well, there's some parts I have. Let me do an outline check so that we can see that everything has full coverage. That does not have coverage. Let me cover everything properly. An outline check there, here. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, there's one here. Okay, good, nice. We can just leave it there. Remove the outline. Make it overlay again. Okay, so this kind of just lands on top of everything, right? But one thing I like to do as an extra thing always for skin is, because usually this depends a little bit on person to person or character, but I like to do a little touch of blush everywhere to kind of indicate that there is warm blood pulsing through you know, the veins, warming up the body. It's a warm body. Use a bit of pink blush on it. In places, it really usually elevates it a little bit. We're gonna go in and do the makeup and everything as well on top of this. It's really fun because it kind of feels like, it's almost like I would imagine like I'm doing makeup on the actual on the character, painting on top of the places, you know. Quick little multiply with some pink, and we get some nice extra elements to the skin. Like so. Here too. Do another pass. And do it over here too, and here. That's fine. So this does a lot for the skin in general. If you do without and with, it kind of just, these parts here, they just kind of get, just gives them an extra level of believability, I guess. I tend to always say I don't work with the realism. I work with believability, because everything is, anime is after all just kind of fantasy. But you know, if you can work with believability and make it look nice, then you're doing really good. Right. So next, I would like to do the hair. Let's just grab a general brown color and just kind of can really go a little bit into these areas here too. Not that one. Oop. Not this area here. Because this is a very reddish brown, barely even brown actually. But I will use this is one of the positives of, you know, digital art, that we can just use the sliders and adjust it the way we need it. I'm willing to bet we're gonna end up with a kind of dark greenish brown. Yeah, it's not so much about realism, because honestly, even when you're painting realism, if you were to do it realistic, you need to still take a lot of creative freedom with it. So convincing and believability is what you want to work with, rather than making something look real. If you try to draw or trace a pose based off a photo, it's going to look super boring. It's likely going to look very stale and very boring straight into your picture. Unless you use compositional things, the compositional tricks, or foreshortening and stuff like that, which actually in an illustration or in a picture actually convinces more than the actual photo, even though it was like, oh, but I traced it, it's supposed to be like realistic. Yeah, we're working with the human mind and eye, and yeah, if you manage to convince that, regardless of how realistic something is, then that is way better than going for flawless realism. Photos are often posed and not natural, exactly, especially if you're doing something in motion. So definitely use photos as reference, don't use them. And remember, reference is not something you copy. Reference is something you pull from, and then it goes through you, filter through you in the way, what do you need from this? Do you like the way the hips are positioned in this pose? Then use that, assimilate it, and then you apply it to what you have done. You can't just go into someone else's picture and then grab and straight up copy, or just kind of, you know, it's gonna look mismatched because it's a different style, it's a different place, location, different person. You can completely reference a guy's masculine representing pose for a femme character. That is completely okay, but you need to still run it through the adaptive process that is your own imagination and creativity to make it work for the character that you're drawing. You cannot copy the exact position of the hips or shoulders or anything like that, but you can pull from the attitude, the inspiration, and everything like that. That works. Look, very red. Hey, speaking of a Little Mermaid, huh? Gives me the vibes. Does it for you? Kinda does, actually. Let's see. Okay, so we were thinking it's gonna be more, yeah, definitely more in this position, probably more in the greener one. Not as saturated, but definitely darker too. It needs to be saturated, actually, which is quite interesting. Bill just answered all the things I've been struggling to figure out with my art in like 5 minutes. Well, Spoiler alert, I guess. These are things I've struggled with as well. I've been there, I've done the things. I've done the, you know, thinking that if I do it exactly as the photo, then that would make it good and realistic. Yeah. That's something I want to do with my art streams, with the questions and answers and everything, is to maybe speed you along a little bit, give you a little push in the right direction, or maybe give you some more ideas or something to look into. It's gonna need a little bit more gold and stuff involved here, but we can use this for now. Hello, JP. Yeah, the colors are kind of mismatched right now. You know what? We have a general purple thing, but what if we do it? No. That no worky doesn't work that way. This is fine. It'll look good once we get some more glow, like sun orangey kind of warm light in here. Just to give an example, right? Once we get a little bit more of like the kind of these kind of effects in. If it's like, if we're gonna do it like a sunset or something. So I'm completely, I know already, I've been here, I've seen this, I can see the ending. This is gonna be okay once we start doing these kind of effects afterwards. But for now, we use these kind of darker colors and desaturated colors until we get there. This is what trusting the process means, and it's different for everybody. Honestly, I can trust my my process to kind of land me somewhere where I need it to be, but it's different for everybody. This is supposed to be who I... this one gets a little lemony color. Oh, I actually forgot to do something with the hair, because I just went kind of wild here and wasn't really sticking to the to everything. Like, I just painted over the face a lot. So the idea is just that I just grab the face and delete everything that is kind of touching that. This is where I use layers. This is where I use layers because it just speeds everything up, and then later we're just gonna merge everything down anyway. I don't know if this should be yellow too. It looks like it is the same yellow, but there's a bit more orangey to it too. I think I'm gonna need to add a dash of orange to that, otherwise it's gonna blend too much into the frills right after. Okay, I like this song, but it doesn't loop that well all the time. Taking notes, you can take notes. You can also ask if you have anything that you would like me to answer to the best of my abilities. I am by no means an art teacher. I only share my experiences, and I try to share things that in a way that maybe you can incorporate it in your own style and journey. I do not like to talk in absolute truths. I will share what works for me, and maybe it's something you could use for your own art journey and development, you know. Wow, that's a really nice color. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for the hearts. I see them. Actually, yeah, we're keeping that one. We keep it. That's really nice. Okay, so this is really good for the sleeves. I don't think those colors go everywhere though. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. We switching some stuff out. This always makes me think of some nice, cool, like action RPGs or something. I love it. Can I just delete this from? Yes, I can. Of course I can. Of course. Why would I not be able to use trickery? Okay, yeah, this is what we're after. This is the effect we're after. There you go. Found it. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. It's not really, but we're gonna use it as a. It's just gonna be the fact that it's being lit up by the surrounding colors. Cool. The one color to kind of break even would be the blue. It's important we get a good blue. That's how you draw. Hello, Godoy. Welcome. Hey, Vilhelm, wanted to say hi to you on Dutch AnimeCon, but I'm not there this Sunday. I'm sorry to hear. Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the meet and greet tomorrow on AnimeCon NL. Tomorrow at 2 local time. Sorry I missed you, buddy, but thank you so much for being there. It's probably gonna be a really fun time for everybody. This meet and greet is arranged by Pastel Melon on the Pastel Melon booth. A53, I believe it is, in the Artist Alley. It is not a Globie official thing, but I was invited. There's a lot of other VTubers there on meet and greet, so if you are in the area, you can go and say hi to meet some other VTubers. I just realized that there's a ribbon behind here too that I need to add in there. Yeah, this is more like it. I think. Darker. More desaturated? Yeah, more desaturated actually. Kind of want to give this color, but going desaturated is probably the way to go right now. You could have seen the face of this menace in your chat. I could have. But I guess you will forever remain a mystery. No worries, buddy. Thank you very much for dropping by still and wanting to meet me. Sorry it didn't work out this time. Hopefully there will be other chances. Yesh. This hand is so small. Gonna save, hydrate everybody. I haven't saved properly, so we need to, probably need to. Good. Hydrate. This is interesting. There's a lot of things to do. We can do here. Let me. You got a Bill keychain. Nice, Sue. Yes. Pastel Melon is in fact selling the keychains. Play button? Is that a play button? What is that? No, it's just a play. Okay, let's use this to create the shape that we need here. Keychain, yay! That's cool. Fumi's gathering tomorrow. That's gonna be so nice. At least 6 of that's so cool. I'm gonna have a whole Hooten corner. It's gonna be so cool. Such a contrast from last year. The last year no one knew me. Or actually Momo had heard of me. Momo is one of the plumies that's actually helping Pastel Melon to at the booth. It's so funny because they had just heard of me and suddenly I was like, oh, hi. You've been warned to not block the whole booth. Okay. I mean, the booths are not that big, so that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is getting the kind of attention of like, okay, we're gathering there for that specific thing, you know? They do say a group of people kind of queuing up to something pulls curiosity. So much so that in Japan, I remember reading somewhere that sometimes new stores will actually pay, not actors, but actually pay people to stand in line. Before they open, you know, new waffle place or something, you know, and then they're kind of like, oh, actually 20 people. I would like we're looking for 20 people to stand in line. So yeah, maybe someone will get curious. Yeah, because it looks better, doesn't it? If you have 2 places that are about to open. And there's a line to enter the one place, it kind of gives you this, you know, like, oh, that must be a popular place. It'll either make you be like, I will check that out when it's not so busy. kind of a thing, you know? So yeah, don't block the booth, but entice people in meeting the noble owl of Globie. It's gonna be lovely to meet everybody. Looking forward to it. The Plumie salute is so cute. Yeah. There we go. Really fun turn up today from even the artist behind this model as well. Plumie's an adorable mascot. I love it. I had a fun time figuring out. It took a couple of tries, but we got there. Cute little mascot. Yes. The story or the you know, let me put something more. There you go. So the deal with the plumies, right? Why is it a plumie? Why is there a feather on its head and everything? Initially, the idea is that something I truly believe in is what I do here is it goes both ways, right? I'm here doing my thing, but you plumies are essentially what make up the community. Hello, Doc. Welcome, welcome. You got a gifted. So, a plumie is each a feather under my wing. You know? Feathers come in all shapes and sizes and colors. But regardless, you have a place under my wing. I'll take you in, and you know, with your help, you lift me, I lift you. We soar high in the skies together. That would be Bona right there, Coca. I think. Did you? It's either Sidri, Faley, or Bona. Likely Bona, I think. Either way, yeah. Yeah. Plumies are very attentive, very creative. I'm very proud of my community. Da, 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 da. You know what, Bloomies? I was just thinking. I caught myself thinking, if like last year around this time, if I had my intro and introduction figured out. But then I just realized that I've done it ever since the first my debut. You know? So I suppose I did have it figured out. How have things been? Can really tune into many streams. That's alright, you're here now. Always welcome. Things have been alright, thank you. I did a membership push. We unlocked a lot of new emotes. I got a couple coming up, but we also got a bunch of eggs. A bunch of barrels, wooden barrels, from the fact that I was up to no good with wooden barrels in Stardew Valley. The kegs have arrived, yeah. But I do have some other emotes coming up. This was just to keep the different kegs. I also have an art challenge this month. I'm trying to do an art challenge every month. I have an art challenge. The current one is to draw a cozy OC, hashtag cozy OC. It's pinned in the chat. And if you have a cozy game that you like, I'm curious to know what your cozy game is. Your favorite cozy game. So you draw your character as they would look like in that cozy game. You know what? Let's go battle. Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Yeah, now we can barrel roll. Barrel roll. Try a somersault. Yeah, we got fighting music. And a keg stand. It just really looks like it's going like whoo. like a gymnast like combination, you know? That's so funny. That's so funny. You can't make that stuff up. It's just really funny. The colors are wrong. I just noticed the colors are wrong. That's okay for now. That's the keg's face, right? I also forgot. I'm sorry. Behind every artwork, there's of course always. I need to make the eye contact. I need to make eye contact when I do this. Can I? Where are you? Where are you guys? There you are. Right? Yeah, okay. Oh. And merged. No one will ever know. Cozy games can be a lot of things. Cozy games tend to also be kind of around the same area of comfy games. Cozy games generally, I believe, would be the kind that would have farming or fishing of any kind, and generally not have a lot of stress. But to not gatekeep what a cozy game is, I've decided that if it's cozy for you, it's cozy enough for me. So you want to draw something non-cozy as your cozy OC. These challenges are to engage the community, to have you guys like do work those creativity muscles if you need to, you know, if you challenge yourself a little bit. So you know, there's no one-upping me like, haha, see, I got you. This is not actually a cozy game. Just draw. Just draw. Have fun with it. Show me. I'll show it on stream if it's not completely inappropriate. Yeah, I mean, I'll say on stream live what I think about your cozy OC. There's been so many submissions too. They're adorable. I can't wait to show you guys. Ib, Witch's House. Where's the Drizzling? Yeah, I like Ib and Witch's House. Honestly, I did not think it was gonna creep me out, but the bell ringing when you're looking for that doll, that sent chills down my spine. That's like nightmare material for when I was an owlet somehow in the game, in an RPG Maker game. That just completely did it. It was so freaky. I don't know what. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Ib is a horror themed, not completely jump scary or anything like that, but it's a horror themed like RPG Maker game. And there's a one part where they kind of make it kind of time sensitive, that you manage to you need to find a correct thing out of a random bunch of them in a room. You need to find a doll that contains a key to exit the room, and in the meantime, through a huge window essentially, or a portrait, it just, you hear a really loud church bells sounding, and the animation changes bit by bit, like something is gonna come out of it, and you know you're in trouble. So that's just kind of stress and pressure response was not something I expected from an RPG Maker game. But yeah, they are well known for a reason. They induce responses in people. The witch's house was a little bit more jump scary, honestly. But still. I'm not much for scary games usually, but for a while when they were popular, I did play some of the RPG Maker ones. Mainly because they're accessible and they weren't very expensive. I really like what, for a while, I will admit, all the JRPG Maker games that just started like showing up everywhere was really drove me to actually mute the tag on Steam, because it was just all over the place. But those that the ones that essentially started the boom did so in a really good way. People got very creative with the engine and created all kinds of things, everything from that didn't even have any kind of honestly, the games that don't have any combat are the ones that impress me the most, because I am not one to really like turn-based combat much. But the ones where you just kind of go around performing actions and stuff like that, those I really like. A bit at a time. It's like always there's always a risk that these are gonna look very very stiff and unnatural, so we're gonna have to be careful with this. Maybe I should airbrush this more rather than do the maybe that rather than doing it the kind of cell shaded way. And of course, as always, when I listen to songs that like this, that is like a JRPG battle theme, just puts like special moves in my head. Fireball. Yes, Ruffles. Yes. Frills. Ba-da-ba-ba. Man, that hurt. Heal. Thanks. Those are the kind of stuff that go through my head when I listen to songs like this. They'll never see this coming. Triple strike. Ba ba ba. Together. Right. Aura blast. Let's see. So it's really annoying when a small white dog steals it from you just before you use it and slowly slides off screen though. Is that the Undertale annoying dog? Yeah. I love listening to Undertale music when I'm working, not on stream. Sadly, I can't do it while on stream because while the dev Toby Fox is quite generous when it comes to usage of Undertale music, Content ID is not. So yeah. I'm gonna make another one. I'll make a backup here. Save duplicate, backup. Hold up, backup. There we go. And what we're gonna do is we are gonna merge everything. Hello, Roz. Welcome. Yes, we crazy. We merging. We merging right now. There we go. It is merged. Could probably merge the oh, wait a minute. There we go. No, that did not work out well. Okay. Probably do it like this. Yeah. Okay. Detail work. You know who was drawing recently of Globie of Equinox? Kohaku. I think he was the last of us to still not have done any kind of drawing stream. Which, you know, makes sense because he doesn't see himself as an artist, but I think he was doing quite well. It was drawing the Hyomis. He was drawing the Hyomi Sona. And I thought that was really nice. I was very proud of the guy. Because Kohaku recently learned of something called like aphantasia, which is when you're asked to imagine something and you can't see anything. And that means to say that you don't have an active imagination. Kohaku is very creative in other aspects though, so like I would say he's not a creative. I would not say he's not a creative. He is quite creative in his own the things that he does. But this is a misconception that I tend to bring up whenever it strikes my fancy, I guess. It's the fact that you need to have an active imagination to be good at drawing. You don't have to. I've known professional artists that actually have aphantasia because the things that they do and work with. I mean, they wouldn't be concept artists because for that you need active imagination. But you can train your skills and abilities to then take orders within something that is, you know, you have a process in. Kind of learn specifics to how to draw a character and stick to those. The framework, you know, you have your own framework of how to illustrate. So works pretty good. The aphantasia is think in images or others in words. I guess so. Yeah, exactly. Aphantasia is when you cannot imagine something visually. What the word specifically says is that you don't have a fantasy, you don't have an active imagination, but you know that's still a wrong way to portray something like that. Just because you do not think in visual doesn't mean that you don't have an imagination per se. But maybe that's what imagination is, because it's an image. So yeah, never mind. But yeah, good job, Kohaku. I don't think you'll hear this, but still. Glad to see people pick up the brush that normally don't consider themselves artists. Yeah, so being bad with mental image is what would count as aphantasia, but that is not necessarily a limit to becoming an artist. You would think so, but it's not. Anyway. No. You know what? Let's go back to the let's go back to this. We're at the end of the stream. Last like 15-20 minutes. This needs more folds. We're just gonna add more folds as we go. I'm also kind of working on this here, so I tend to get distracted by the neighboring tangenting stuff. Da 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 da. You got frills for days. You do think more in words, bad at mental images. I think I can think of some pretty interesting things, yeah, but often can't put them into images or people's faces I know. Like I can't see or imagine them clearly. Ah, yeah. I'm one with vivid imagination myself. Sometimes it's a bit of a curse because your nightmares will just go haywire. But yeah, that's just kind of what I rely on. Visual imagery and visual aid for a lot of things is kind of what I do. When I would teach something, you know, when I would explain something, Whenever I travel, I always want to have a little sketch pad with me because imagery, you know, generally transcends language. But that's just kind of how I base my own feeling of safety around, you know, and how to really be able to explain myself and things like that. But picturing in with words is also has its strengths, I bet. Just in a different area. Ba, 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 ba. Glad I've not been very sneezy right now. I do feel the effects of the allergy. Let's give him some good shape here. So, in the topic of ruffles, I would say you have some options. For skirts, and fast and easy one would just be to do this kind of one when it comes to it's usually seen for classic Japanese school uniforms, where it's just folded one way, like so. Also works for curtains. For the actual frills that we're talking about, it's more so a kind of a zigzag pattern like this. Which is fine and easy to kind of do it like this, sure, but when it's more so when it's in flowing motion, which makes it kind of tricky, you know? When you kind of are supposed to follow the motion of something. But the principle kind of stays similar. The ones I'm doing now are these are the like more frills. So if you do any kind of gothic Lolita dresses or something like that, you'll encounter a lot of frills of these kinds. And the shading in general is like you do light on the top, you do a shading in between, light, shade is the general basics of it all. You just gotta find a good way to do that the light and shade does not create too much of a contrast between the things. Right now I'm doing the space between not as wide. I'm not doing the space as wide. Because I kind of want to give priority to the frills that go on the top. If I were to draw them where they are, do this. Wait, needs to give it a little bit more fluff. There you go. Something like that. Is probably more what I should be doing. Let's see, do this there, do this there. Pull this up. Sometimes a little difficult, but in general there are no problems. But yeah, that's the main reason I don't draw. Okay, I getcha. Drawing can be quite daunting when you're faced with something like that. But there are many different ways to draw. You know, you could. A lot of people I know with aphantasia, for instance, they started going into sprite edits, editing some pixel art stuff like from older games and stuff like that. And bit by bit, they just kind of, you know, learned it and started doing their own things, creating their own bases that they could build characters off of. Essentially, moving the imagery, the visual imagery outside of their head into a process that they've done so much that they could rely on that one to kind of see, oh, okay, so that's like a shirt tucked in, that would be half a shirt, you know, kind of becomes more of like a routine to reach the conclusions of what they need to do. But they got really good at it. Hello ATP, welcome. Remember to hydrate. My throat is getting pretty dry. We all start with mimicking. It's a good way to learn. It is true what you say though, mimicking and copying things you cannot claim as your own, but once you have copied and you learned and you kind of find a way, then you can start adding a little bit of adjustments to it. And then you start getting derivative work, which essentially is, you know, what you could be calling your own, or it could be fan art. It could be fan art. How you doing, ATP? How's your weekend? Haven't put the hours in drawings. Haven't put the hours in drawing to successfully pull things without copying from a reference. I getcha. I think that even me drawing these frills, I'm doing these frills out of what I've done prior, but I think you can always benefit from a reference. I haven't looked up a reference, save for the ones that, you know, it's the actual character, but these don't look like the character. I'm drawing them my own way. I believe that this could actually look better if I had found a reference that would match this. I'm just thinking I can probably make it look good enough so that it looks alright with everything else too. I think it's important to always have references. Do you have any suggestions to people that are just too perfectionistic with their own work? Like, I just started, but I always feel like it's not enough and it really makes me lose motivation. Well, see, I would say I'm quite a perfectionist myself, but I broke out of it in the sense of just sketching a lot. Let's see. I get what you mean though, Shuki. Did I get that right? Just making sense. How do we shake perfectionism? For me, it was allowing myself to draw bad with the goal to get better. Like, I would start without the goal of it supposedly going online. Like, if you're drawing with the whole thing of like, this is going to, let's see. Okay. Something's brewing in my head. I'm reaching a good answer for what I want to express. I would say perfectionism comes from what will be very daunting with the conditions you put on yourself. You know, Even as a perfectionistic person, you are not always going to be perfectionist about exactly everything, unless it's something you really care about, that it turns out the right way, you know? I will speak as a perfectionist in my own field. We're obviously not the same, so take it with a grain of salt. There are things that really go like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care about this or the other is fine, you know? But there are other times that can be kind of like, oh, this really needs to turn out good. I'm gonna go back, no, I'm gonna touch it, no, I'm gonna be doing a fourth time, I'm gonna do another pass over, and still I'm not gonna be sure if it's gonna be good enough. Basically, the biggest improvement I made in terms of art was whenever I did not draw it in with the intention to put it online to somehow get like likes and subscription. For a while, honestly, I've been really close to stopping drawing altogether multiple times prior in my life, right? It felt very daunting. Perfectionism was really kicking my tail feathers, and I multiple times I just felt like this just isn't for me, and I actually had stopped drawing for like a full year or something in between, and then found my way back because it's something that I love. But whenever pressure was too much, it just kind of started taking the fun out of it. So I would completely understand what you mean, Shuki, with that. It really is like, for me, I guess like there's no real short answer, but I would say lower the expectations a little bit, lower the conditions. Draw to improve, draw to see differences. If you get a fancy new sketchbook, it's very daunting to start sketching in it because, you know, maybe you do the first one looking really nice and then it's almost like set the bar too high. I got a sketchbook. Like, I've not ever been able to fill a sketchbook that has been bound, like a bound sketchbook. The ones that I've actually gotten through are the ones where you can just take the pages out. And I've ended up drawing quite a lot on those. Getting the balance right between stylization and realism from references is also tricky. Sometimes I over-render things I have references for, and the things I pulled from memory I under-render. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something. That's what I mean when you got references. It needs to go through the filter and process it in your head. One way that I practiced of using certain references for poses or even other styles was to look at it and then get it out of my sight. Hide it, close it, look at it, study it, okay, put it away. Because I noticed that if I have it right next to me, it's going to influence completely how I draw it. If I'm trying to reference a character or a pose, it's going to affect the face, it's going to affect all kinds of stuff, anatomy that I would do normally too. So instead of having it there like a lifeline, like completely relying on it, bring it up when you need it. Even more so that it's when it's digital, because you can always go back and change some stuff. You know, if you have a sketch routine that you don't instantly go into and render it, you can pull just enough out of a reference and then kind of hide it and put it away. Still close at hand, so you can open it if you need to. But then work with your whole drawing, with the rest of your drawing, to make it fit in. And then you go back and check it again and decide if it actually fits or not. Because I too over-render things. I have over-rendered things. That for over-rendering means working too much onto something. Like if I were to hyper-focus on this part completely, and then I zoom out, it's like, oh right, the rest of the drawing is still far from being done. You know, that kind of stuff. That is what over-rendering means. Rendering is essentially giving shape and light and shadow to something, giving shape and form. Shuki, that actually makes sense. I'll try to work around that. Thank you. No problem. I hope it made sense. It's kind of hard to put it into words sometimes, because I do sometimes, some days are just, you're not gonna like what you draw. Those days are really not, unless you're under a strict deadline, those days are really not good for starting something new. Those days are, if you still want to draw despite not feeling motivated or not feeling like you're good enough, I would suggest go back to an older drawing and try to redraw it, give it new life, try again, you know. And then later, because you know, some days you just don't feel good enough, but if you still do it, you save it, you leave it, don't throw it away. And then later on, you might forget about it even. Later on, you might find it, and then you'll be all like, wait, it actually wasn't that bad. I love going back to watching, to checking some of the art I did earlier and stuff. Not while I'm feeling like, oh, this wasn't good enough, but later on, it's kind of like, there's some legit good ideas here, you know. But did I execute it completely perfectly? No, of course not. That's why I didn't like it. But there was still practice. There was still some stuff that came out of it. The only thing in thinking with words, an example, when you made your customized bloom, my customized bloom, yeah, I couldn't picture the result at all, so I just threw preferred features and hoping it would be, yeah, it wouldn't be asking too much and looking good. See, that's completely fine. The tricky with asking with words is always when you have, but then you would have a picture in mind. But I felt like that worked out pretty good. I had a fun time drawing that one. Okay, we're gonna wrap up there. I think we've given the frills some pretty good definition here. I get very passionate with some of the answers I noticed. Again, I want to say that I am by no means an art teacher. I just share my own experiences in a way that hopefully you can incorporate it in your own journey, art journey. If you would like some references and stuff like that for certain specific things, maybe I could provide something like that too when it comes to examples. But this is just your noble owl sharing some of his own experiences. If you find something that goes against what I said but works for you, then by all means do it. We all find our own paths in this journey. I've known artists that have bought very expensive drawing tablets, but the hand-eye coordination just didn't work for them. It did not do anything for them. So it was a really expensive drawing equipment, but ultimately they still drew better and felt more comfortable drawing with a mouse because they used vectors and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I have said so before and I'll say it again. I am a strong believer in the tools don't make the artists make their tools. So good luck on your art journey, and you're always welcome back here and tell me how it's going. Okay, frills done for now. Let's bring in some of the pretty glow, and then we go. think this glow might look better in another color, but okay. This is the working process of Citrina Shutterbug's character. Still got plenty to go, and we'll be doing it in the weekends. But here it is for now. Hayo? Save! Hydrate! And Hutsu, everybody. I felt a sneeze coming up. Oh, no, don't worry. We got the last one. We got the last one. Don't worry. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. It is done. We got it. We did it. Yeah, we can put that away. We can put that away. 250 members. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is yeah, nothing short of friggin' amazing. Wow. So yeah, Plumies came in clutch. They definitely did. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for the gifted, everybody. You are amazing. Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Member super. Long since passed and only 2 months left. Wow. Time is flying. Yeah. Some of you are looking to get the rainbow colored feather soon, because we are a couple of months away from a full year. That's amazing. Hutsu, everybody, hutsu. 2 months, man. That's so cool. Ah, lovely. Thank you so much. We got it. We got the new emotes. We got some extra kegs. That's nothing short of amazing. I was expecting. We got like 100. We got 100 members more than what I was kind of expecting. Was the goal that might be hard to reach, you know? That's my goodness. Thank you all so much. Can't say it enough. Already attached. Well, too bad. Too bad. Right. So, I hope you all have a nice rest of your weekend. Next week, I'll give you a little look into what's happening next week. Yeah, first of all, tomorrow at AnimeCon NL, local time 2 p.m. I'll be at the meet and greet at Pastel Melon's booth. Next week we are starting off with Minecraft again. We're gonna go back to Minecraft and this time build better animal enclosures. We're gonna expand and build something nice for the animals. And yeah, on Wednesday we're gonna be doing an art stream. We're gonna be doing an art stream. Initially, I was gonna do Drawn Together with Kuni, but I believe the internet service provider internet is not working for him. He just moved, and like I said before, if you've ever moved and had to deal with getting your internet set up, you all know that can be quite a struggle. So he was going to confirm over the weekend to see if it's working or not. So either we do a drawn together with Cooney, or it gets moved up a little bit until the internet works well. He's very excited to do it still, so it's gonna happen. And if that if it does get moved up, then I will do an art stream and work on the squeegee picture, drawing squeegee as an owl from the last drawn together. That'll be what we do on Wednesday. On Thursday, the Kegathon votes have spoken. I'm going to be playing Dwarf Romantic with a bit of ASMR. I'm going to be having binaural audio with Dwarf Romantic. It's going to be a cozy stream. Maybe even sleep aid. It's just going to be cozy as heck. And yeah, Dwarf Romantic is a nice cozy little almost like a board game, digital board game. And it's just the other thing, let's see. Friday, member stream is on Friday next week. It's gonna be Gartic Phone. Try not to fall asleep challenge. Yeah, maybe I should name the stream that. Challenge, try not to fall asleep. You get a special Hootsu at the end. And next weekend on Saturday is the Cozy OC feature stream. I'll be featuring everyone's Cozy OC that we've gotten there, so be sure to get your entries by then. If you're going to be entering the Cozy OC challenge and want it to get featured, get your entries in before next Saturday. That's not to say you wouldn't get featured, but you might have to wait another month before I take a look at your entry because it was late, but I will still do that, so no worries if you're a bit late. Yeah. And that is next week, as it's looking right now. As you guys know, I'll put schedules out and waiting rooms and everything like that as usual over the weekend. Have a nice rest of your weekend, everybody. Have a nice Sunday. I'll see the Plumies that are going to AnimeCon at AnimeCon tomorrow. And for now, stay lovely, everybody. I'll see you again real soon. For now, we say bye-bye. Oh, actually, I say bye-bye, but I need to look if anyone is streaming because we can raid into anyone. Okay. Let me set up the stream. Anyway, we can still say bye-bye, bye-bye-bye, bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye, bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye, kegs, rotating, barrel roll, do a barrel roll. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. See you tomorrow, yasu. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Another Takona ni Sona Fune Wahoot afternoon!